It's been a brutal season for the Alpine F1 team. Pierre Gasly has been pushing hard to keep them from sinking to the bottom of the Constructors Championship, but his 20 points just aren't enough. What Alpine desperately needs is a second driver who can consistently score points. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. After Jack Doohan struggled through the first 6 races, Franco Colapinto was given a shot for the next 8, but he's also failed to score a single point. It's a huge problem for Alpine, one they'll almost certainly have to address before next season, if not sooner. With Colapinto only on a race-by-race contract, his seat is never safe, and a massive crash during a private Alpine test session this week may have put his position in more jeopardy than ever. Today, I'll walk you through exactly what happened at the Hungaroring on Wednesday, what Alpine's future driver lineup might look like, and where the team goes from here. So stick around, you don't want to miss this. Colapinto's start with Alpine has been anything but smooth. After a dazzling F1 debut at Williams, his stock dropped quickly during a tough final 4 races of the season. Early rumors of Red Bull interest evaporated, and by the end of 2024, it looked like he'd be without a seat for 2025. That was until Alpine swooped in, signing him as a reserve driver. While official figures were never released, insiders estimate Alpine paid Williams over $10 million for his services, an enormous sum, especially for someone not racing full-time. The move made it clear Alpine had lost confidence in Doohan. 6 races later, they proved it by swapping drivers. Flavio Briatore, the man calling the shots at Alpine right now, clearly saw something in Colapinto, but since his debut in Italy, he hasn't shown that spark to the rest of us. 0 points and a best finish of 13th matches Doohan's record exactly. In fact, if you compare their average finishing positions in races they both completed, Colapinto has actually done worse, averaging 15.75 compared to Doohan's 14.75. Yes, it's a small sample size, and Doohan had 2 DNFs that could skew his average, but the bottom line is this: neither has been good enough. Both have been under immense pressure. Doohan had the weight of a $10 million reserve driver waiting in the wings, ready to take his seat. Now Colapinto faces the pressure of living up to that price tag while replacing another rookie mid-season. He has to outperform Doohan, and that's a massive mental load. F1 is ruthless, and both drivers have been thrown in under the worst possible circumstances to adapt. Still, they're well-paid professionals, and Alpine needs results. While Colapinto's race-by-race deal hasn't yet opened the door for Doohan's return, what happened during Pirelli's tire test at the Hungaroring on Wednesday may have pushed Briatore's patience to the limit. Colapinto crashed Alpine's current A525 during the session, a key test for Pirelli ahead of finalizing their 2026 tire compounds. This was their last chance to collect crucial data, and Alpine's day ended early when Colapinto went off at turn 11, one of the circuit's fastest corners. Pierre Gasly was scheduled to run after him, but the damage was too severe to repair in time. Pirelli wasted no time distancing themselves from the incident, with motorsport boss Mario Isola stating, "We collected a lot of data, although it was a pity we lost some of our potential mileage today when Colapinto went off track, even though this was not in any way linked to the tires." While a testing crash isn't necessarily career-ending, just ask Lewis Hamilton. For Colapinto, it's yet another strike against him. Briatore is not known for his patience, and right now, that patience is running thin. Colapinto's stats don't help his case, outqualified by Gasly 7-2 so far with 2 qualifying crashes to his name. At the Hungaroring, he was closer to his teammates' pace but still couldn't turn it into points. And while Briatore may not be a fan of Doohan, Alpine does have another reserve driver waiting for a shot, Paul Aron. The 21-year-old Estonian took part in Tuesday's Pirelli test and even ran FP1 at the Hungarian Grand Prix in the Kick Sauber. His session was cut short by an engine issue after just 9 laps, but he's scheduled for 3 FP1 outings this year with Alpine. While Aron's results in F3 and F2 haven't been earth-shattering, he's caught the attention of some in the paddock as a possible future F1 driver. If Aron wants Colapinto's seat, he'll have to contend with even bigger names in the mix. Valtteri Bottas has been linked to Alpine, with Mercedes reportedly encouraging the move ahead of their customer partnership in 2026. Initially, Bottas was said to have no interest in joining Alpine, preferring talks with Cadillac. But recently, he's hinted he could be open to a short-term move, possibly for the rest of this season. Given the choice, Alpine would surely jump at the chance to sign a proven race winner like Bottas. Sergio Perez is another name in the rumor mill, looking for a way back to the F1 grid after leaving Red Bull. Like Bottas, Perez brings experience, but he also carries the financial backing of Carlos Slim, giving him a similar commercial appeal to Colapinto. Both Bottas and Perez are leading candidates for a Cadillac seat in 2026, so they may not want to risk that opportunity with a temporary Alpine deal. For now, things with Cadillac have gone quiet. After meetings with multiple drivers at Silverstone, The team has reportedly cut off communications while deciding their ideal lineup. If they want experience, Bottas and Perez are the front-runners. If they want a rookie, Felipe Drugovich is the favorite to partner one of them. But until Cadillac finalizes their plans, it's unlikely any of these drivers will commit to Alpine on a short-term basis. So here's the big question. Will Alpine make a driver change over the summer break? And if they do, will Bottas or Perez gamble their Cadillac chances for a brief stint in blue? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, drive safe.